We've really been covering our bases with the self-confidence lessons this season, haven't we? I thought we had gotten just about every angle of it, but didn't realize until Equestria games that we were missing one of the most difficult self-doubt obstacles to overcome, this being the one that is ourselves. In all of the other self-confidence themed episodes this season, the self-doubt that the characters faced was motivated by external forces, be it either not living up to the standards of our role models, a physical handicap, powerlessness, or stage fright. But in Spike's case, the self-doubt was brought on by nothing except his own failure to perform. Having a task, failing to complete it, and losing faith in oneself is something that many of us go through. Sometimes we try to balance out our failure with something better. But this isn't always the best course of action, as we run the risk of taking the wrong action in the wrong way and for the wrong reasons, often resulting in further embarrassment, as what happened to Spike in this episode. Beyond that, it's important to know that people in general are a lot more likely to remember what we do wrong far above what we do right. So even if you are successful in compensating a failure with a success, will it really be effective in making people forget the failure? Sometimes, we try to hide our shame by hiding away until people forget. But this isn't the right action to take either. Like this, we run a high risk of not only missing the fun in games, but we also run the risk of growing apart from our friends in the time that we are away. So what's the best way to recover from embarrassment? As the old saying goes, you cannot hit a target while thinking of all the ways you could possibly miss. Spike wasn't thinking about how he couldn't light the torch when he sprung into action to melt the cloud. He simply saw what needed to be done and reacted. Nor had Spike been thinking about all of his past failures at any other time that he had risen to an occasion in the entire series. If anything, it was thinking about those times when he had managed to save his friends that brought out his full potential in Power Ponies. But even when we manage to do good and overcome our failures, sometimes our shortcomings are all we remember of ourselves. This not only makes it difficult to acknowledge when we do succeed, but it also takes away our motivation to act when the time is right. After all, how can someone be ready and willing to stand up for their friends if they believe that everything they do falls between mundane and failure? When no real harm has come of our shortcomings and our friends have forgiven us, then the lack of self-confidence is only rooted in our inability to forgive ourselves. Now, this is not to say that we should ignore our failures and try to forget about them. Face your past shortcomings and embrace them. With each misstep, look back just long enough to see what you had tripped on and make note of how to avoid that stumbling block in the future. This is how we become stronger. This is how rising to the occasion and saving those that we care about will become easier. Only when we can learn from our failures while letting go of the guilt that we unnecessarily inflict on ourselves can we truly rise to our full potential. And that's the moral of the story. If you have a topic you would like to hear discussed, or if you have an episode, fanfiction, product, or anything else you would like to hear reviewed, send me a YouTube message or leave a comment below. You can also drop comments, questions, topic suggestions, and review suggestions by liking Brony Debates on Facebook, following on Twitter, or sending an email to bronydebates@yahoo.com. Have a great day, and I look forward to hearing from all of you soon.